Hello and thanks for joining me for another painting. This one, view from St Agnes on the Isles of Scilly. So lovely place, yeah, and I thought it's quite a complicated painting, so let's have a go with it with the wet and wet technique, the alla prima. I really enjoy using this technique. Of course, it does have its limits, for sure. The technique is, especially if you're used to painting realistic works, that you could, spend days or even months on, and and then you've got to get it done, before it's dry. It's yeah, it's quite limiting in that way. So you got to find a way around it. And obviously, when you're outdoors painting, maybe you're going to go out for a session, and you've got X amount of hours. I mean, even less hours, because obviously the shadows and so on are changing. So you've got to work quickly. And yeah, at least with the sort of studio work, you've got a little bit more time. But it does sort of change because you're working off, a computer, or in my case, I'm working off the computer anyway. So yeah, I think with with this and any of these type of paintings, you got to have a sort of plan in your mind. What are you going to do first? Because things need to cut into other things, and you got to be careful that you don't get sort of muddy, colors and so on. So yeah, you got to get your consistencies right and so on. But there's a lot of details that you can do. There's a lot of things you can do with this. And the different brushes, they do make a big difference. I used a liner brush quite a lot, and I think mainly in this one was a flat brush, some small one and maybe a slightly larger one, and then a very fine liner brush. Just to yeah, I mean, here I am going over the details, and so yeah, it's come out okay. So here's the painting. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Thanks.